All right, so I'm Clay Perkins. I'm working on my PhD here with Dr. Steckel, and just showing a couple of tests that I've doing on my research, working on jungle rice and barnyard grass. We would have this in the weed tour, but just showing some videos on it here today. But what we're looking at is a test looking at Roundup by itself and then the tank mix of Roundup dicamba. But then we're going to look into some application timings, whether we come out with dicamba first and follow it up with a Roundup, or vice versa, going out with Roundup first and then come back with dicamba at a 3-day and a 7-day application timing. Here first, we're just looking at straight Roundup. This is a quart of glyphosate. You can see here we're getting decent control, about 85% control on some grass. We do have a little bit of regrowth coming back in, but then as we move across in this test, we're going to look at some the tank mix, look at the antagonism out of it, and then look at some timing applications. So here we're looking at the tank mix of glyphosate with dicamba. You can notice here we're picking up the antagonism that we've been talking about for the past 2 years. Looking at the grass control here, we're getting about 60% control out of a tank mix of Roundup and dicamba. So we're starting to preach we need to break up these applications and go with a sequential application of Roundup and then dicamba. And so that's what we're trying to do with this test, to show those timing applications and how we can get better grass control out of those. All right, so look, what we're looking at here is a dicamba application following up 7 days later with a glyphosate application, and you can see the type of control we're getting here. I believe the dicamba is just binding up that glyphosate after that application, and it's just not getting the grass control that you would like to see out of this application here. Now we're looking at the opposite. We're looking here at glyphosate and then coming back with dicamba application 7 days later. You can see here a great example of great grass control, letting that glyphosate get to work, and then come back 7 days later with your dicamba and then try to clean up your palmer. You can see here we're getting about 90% control on our grass, and I'd say this would probably be our best option when trying to control both of these weeds.